Hey, what's up guys? This is Nathan. I am not in my basement and I do not have my lava lamp going because unfortunately my basement is flooded right now. We got some heavy rains and it just kind of does that when it rains. So my basement's under about a half-inch of water, so I'm recording this upstairs. And the guys are still building my house. Good dog. And we are hoping that this is going to, this video is going to turn out well and not going to skip or anything like that. Yeah. Oh boy, time to put another chicken in. Or, whoa. Feed the chicken. Put another egg in. To make another chicken. Alright. Now. In case you guys were wondering why I did not have a video up before, there's actually a very good reason for that. We had no internet. Our internet just kind of quit on us. It does that sometimes. I've told you before, we have really bad DSL, and apparently a line was cut. I called to make sure, it wasn't just our house and see if there had been any other reports of it. And apparently a line had been cut in some other town that I've never even heard of in my state. And apparently it's far away enough that I haven't even heard of the town. But it was, I guess that was the reason that the internet was out here, I assume. I mean, the guy told us there were people working on it, and then in this town, we're gonna go to Maria today. There were guys working on it in the town, and I figured, well, maybe it's just a problem with the house, and he's just not doing his job very well. But it turned out he actually did. It turns out apparently it was in that town because the internet came back just a couple hours later. But anyway, I didn't have it all last night, so I couldn't leave a video to upload overnight. And believe me, I have to do it overnight because it will take forever to do it otherwise. Now, I just remembered after I gave that flower to Maria that we're actually pursuing Anne. So we're going to go get Anne a flower now, and then maybe we'll even get one for Eve. It's going to be a busy day in romancing the ladies. So let's eat that. Okay. Gonna have just enough time to get a flower to Anne, my guess would be. But we got the seed that we needed. Yep. So, I remember when I was, I used to play this game when I was really young. And, back when I was like 9, I found the game when I was 9, and I told a friend about it. And he would rent the game a lot. And, let's check out the price of these, see if we can afford them, maybe. Wait. How much did I say it was? 1,800. What? No! You're ripping me off. How much is this? 800. Fine, whatever. I'll trust you on that. Okay. So anyway, I would show a friend. And me and him would play the game together, and we didn't know really, we'd play through the whole game. I mean, he would come over and we'd spend the night, and we'd stay up almost all night long playing the game, just kids playing games. But, we would play through, an entire file of this game together, and, never, actually, I'm going to take a flower to Eve. Actually, no, I'm not. Wasting time. Anyway, we would play through the entire game, and at the end we'd have, terrible scores. And we never knew why, and it just didn't make sense. And we were always upset about this because, I should have gotten turnips too. We were always upset about this because we had terrible scores and we couldn't figure out what was going on. And the frustrating thing was his mom would play the game sometimes, right? And she would play the game and get really high scores, and we had no clue. This was before Harvest Moon Paradise or anything. We had no idea what what it took to get good scores, and it was terrible. I get so mad because she would get higher scores, and we'd be complaining and saying man, I don't know why she gets higher scores. We clean out our entire farm on the first night. She takes several weeks to do it, and anyway, it was it was kind of sad. But oh well. Let's get the watering done. And while I'm watering, I will remind you guys to comment and give me topics for discussion, just kind of things to talk about in these boring times. If you want, I'll try to think of some funny stories in my life as well. Like that time my Dazzle stopped working. Remember that time? Yeah, you guys were with me for that. So anyway, I will try to think of that myself. But also, like and comment, and if you have any questions about Harvest Moon, not just this one, but really any of the games, go over and visit my friends at harvestmoonparadise.com. Also, don't forget to comment and let me know how you want me to do Oblivion. I'm guessing if I want to really focus on this Harvest Moon, because of my internet, I'm kind of limited to one LP a day. So if I really want to focus on this, on Harvest Moon for Super Nintendo, and get through that, then I'm probably going to not do a blind run of Oblivion, because I'll wait till I'm done with this, and Oblivion should be here, in the next week or so. So, yeah, I will, and people are probably saying, Oblivion's an old game. I've seen like 5 LPs of that. I've beaten it 3 times. Anyway, but I'm excited about it. So, yeah. But anyway, let me know what you prefer. But it's looking like I'm probably going to not do a blind run of Oblivion, because that would require me waiting a long time after I get it, and I just don't want to do that, because I don't know. I have no will. I'm weak. So, get a little more water. Let's see. Today's the 24th. No, 25th. Yeah, 25th. 30 days in each season. That's the thing that kind of throws you off. In the later games, I always get really confused, and the seasons would end really quick, or quicker than I expected them to, because I'm so used to playing these older games. The new ones have like 28 days per season, and so I would never actually make it all the way through the season. Oh no, are we gonna have enough? I think we're just gonna have enough stamina. Maybe not. If we don't run out of water, we'll be good. And here it is. Okay, that was close. I shouldn't have planted my potatoes there, and I'll tell you why. As I go to bed and not save, because I may replay this day if my dazzle messes up. But I planted a second little row down there to start putting my spring crops in, because now that we're getting near the end of spring, I'll go ahead and tell you, if you plant crops before summer begins, plant spring crops, then they will keep growing into summer. As long as they are planted at least on the 30th of on the last day of spring, the 30th of spring, they'll continue to grow into summer. And that can be extremely useful, because it just helps. It takes a long time. Summer crops take longer to mature. Hey, we got 2 chickens. Summer crops take longer to mature than spring crops, and so it takes a long time to get your money back for the summer crops that you plant. So you're really going to be glad that if you do that, you're really going to be glad you planted the spring crops at the end of summer, just to give you some source of income up until the summer ones are ready. And now I'm going to show you guys the proper way to sell a chicken. Oh, we got a lot of turnips too. We're just gonna have to try to make it. We're just gonna push it. Come on. Oh no, I was wasted time right there when I ran around the turnip instead of going into it. That was bad. Okay, and if nothing else, I'm gonna go until I eat lunch. No, that would be a little... if I had my clock, I could leave like at 11 and it would be perfect. You know what? And I got stuff to buy. I gotta buy 3 bags of turnips. You know what? Screw you, turnips. Screw you. I'm just gonna go and take a flower to Anne and sell a chicken. Now, the disadvantage to selling livestock is that when you sell them, your happiness score drops. And, to really get like a really high Master Rancher score, you need to max out your happiness level, which would be 999 happiness. That is one of the scores that does not reset. One of the scores that does not reset once it hits 512. But anyway, so your happiness score does not... Anyway, you want to get a 999 happiness score if you can. And every time you sell an animal, you lose, or every time you sell a chicken, you lose, I think it's like 30 points on your happiness rating. Something like that. It's something crazy. But anyway, I guess because you have to part with your beloved animal. But anyway, if you want to sell an animal, we're going to make up for our happiness score later on by giving our wife gifts on the anniversary, but that's a secret. You guys will see that when we get to it. So we are talking to our livestock dealer, and we are going to say sell a chicken, and they have to be They need to be at the entrance to the ranch. They don't have to be beforehand. You can go home and then put it out at the entrance to the ranch. But anyway, they will sell for 500 gold. And now that we are putting an egg in the incubator every 3 days, it means that we are going to have an extra 500 gold every 3 days at the expense of our happiness score. But like I said, we can make up for that later. So let's get 3 bags of turnips and see if we can hurry up and ship some stuff before the end of the day. Bye! Haha! Running out of money. That's okay. We're about to make 500 gold by selling a chicken. Makes me wonder what happens to the chickens, because you buy them for 1,000. Does the livestock dealer just take them and buy them at like a 200% markup rate of what he bought it at? Or does he just sell it to the slaughterhouse? And here he comes. 500 gold! I will sell it. It is very important also that you sell at least 1 chicken in fall. And we will get to that later as well. I'll explain that to you guys. Well, there's a special event. Well, in order to get a power berry, you have to sell a chicken in fall. And we'll see that once we get there. Oh, come on, one more. If I can get this one more, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. Yes, I am so happy. Alright. So, let's get... it looks like we got some grass ready to be cut, too. So I'm probably not going to have time to do everything, but I'm going to do what I can. We're going to plant some turnips in the special spring crop section that I was saving. Down here. I should have gotten 4 bags of turnips. Boy, that was stupid. Oh, we made good money today. Anyway, so planting some turnips, and we're going to water our crops, and then I'm going to cut the grass, and we'll call it a night. And so if you miss out on some of it, you'll know what happens. Although this is all assuming, if you're watching this video in particular, it's because my Dazzle worked fine with lower quality. I really hope the lower quality isn't bothering you guys, but I figure as long as you don't enlarge your screen on YouTube, it's not going to be, super noticeable. But yeah, give me your opinion anyway. And if this works, and if you don't like the low quality, then I will apologize, but I don't really know what else to do. Let me know if it's really bad though, like unbearable, and I'll try to find some way to make it a little more tolerable. But yeah. So I'm happy. I think there's nothing there in that spot. I think my views have actually gone up a little bit since Owen started advertising me on Harvest Moon Paradise, which is kind of cool. Haven't gone up drastically, but every little bit counts. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I appreciate you, viewer. Thank you. You make what I do worthwhile. Plus, I just love doing this. This is really fun. This is a really good hobby for me because I like video games and I like watching LPs. So, hey, why not? And out of water again. Oh well, guys, it looks like we are starting to run out of time. I'm gonna try to keep the video a little short in hopes that it does not cause it doesn't cause sort of a video capture problem like the other ones. Again, I'm just doing whatever I can think of that will help it. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, go over and see my friends at Harvest Moon Paradise, and hopefully here before long we'll be back in the basement and have our base at our command center going again. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you next time.